and welcome to episode 49 of Checkpoint Chat. I still get thrown off because you don't take the time anymore.
I don't take time anymore.
So I'm
no.
busy introing and I'm waiting for you.
You'll know it's episode 50 when I have cake.
When you bring cake?
Maybe.
That's Matthew Figueroa, by the way.
That's me. Bring
cake.
Next weekend.
Cheese
Long
cake.
weekend. When are we going to record next week? And we'll talk about this after the show.
Friday.
On Good Friday.
Yeah, on Good Friday. When Jesus died, we recorded.
Well, we did? Whoa,
Yeah,
how did this happen?
Exactly.
And we had natas. It was great.
Ooh,
Great time all around.
I want a nutter cake, like the one you found in Madeira.
A whole cake. It was literally like a giant nata.
Dude, that...
I didn't try it though. I would have died.
I saw the photo, and the first thing that popped into my mind was, how do you eat that? Like, how does one...
Slice by slice.
I mean, but slice, but then like, is the whole thing the custard, or is it like a base? Because the base of a nut is thin.
I think there might be I don't know if it's a thick or thin base, but there's definitely a base. Where did I even take that photo from again? I don't remember.
Know. I just remember you. It was like the one night we were there. You just sent me this photo, and I was like, buy it right now.
Was this when we were still overseas?
Yeah,
Madeira,
yeah. This was in Madeira.
I think I know exactly where it was.
I think it was that chain of coffee shops. Opium.
OPAN, Opan.
Opan, yeah, or something like that, yeah, where they were like everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so it was in one of those places. I never tried it.
Because I remember you sent a message the one night. I was like, oh, Matt is in Opan. Oh, there's one in front of us. And Gareth was like,
everywhere.
No, they are everywhere.
Yeah, they're literally everywhere.
And you went
It
in
is.
that one,
it is the Starbucks of Madeira.
Oh.
Except it's a bakery, and they have coffee and treats and all the good.
I must admit, I had when I landed in Lisbon and I had a really long layover to wait for my flight to Madeira, I went to the Starbucks there because I love going to Starbucks overseas purely because they have a matcha frap, which we don't get here for some bizarre reason, and I fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
So I went there and I got that, paid too much money for it, and they had nutters there as well, and it was like €3 for a nutter, and it was horrible. It was one of the worst nutters I've ever had. It was terrible.
It's amazing the lengths we'll go to get the things we're so used to that we like. Because in Poland, I mean, in South Africa, we have quite a big, I'd say, coffee culture. A lot of people drink cappuccinos or coffee or whatever. Although I suppose it's not in South Africa, it's a global thing where a lot of people grab coffee on the go. In Poland, like we're walking around, let's grab a cappuccino while we walk. Casual, like 50 to 60 rand for a cappuccino. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
The Costa Coffee thing.
Yeah, Costa Coffee and everywhere. It is, so the currency is zloty.
Zloty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's usually like it's 4 rand to, what was it the other? It's 4 rand to 1 zloty. So at all the places like 10 zloty or 10 to 12. So
10 to 12 zloty for a coffee?
For a cappuccino. At the airport, it was 20.
Yo, casual
like, you know
$80 for a coffee.
Like, you know what? We don't need coffee. It's fine.
The airport's always expensive.
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
It's mad
But even
expensive.
40 rand for a cappuccino, like, it's a bit too much for our liking.
It was like the Burger King in the Lisbon airport. It was like €10 for a meal. And I was just like, fuck my life.
When you go to Madeira and it's like, it's €4 for a Prego. You're like,
for a Prego and a Breezer or whatever.
Like,
No.
Good time.
Our currency is just bad. Traveling right now
Yeah,
is
I mean,
pretty difficult.
I remember you telling me like, Poland's so cheap. And like, I think compared to a lot of other European countries, it is cheap. But it wasn't like at all.
But then
like,
again,
wow.
I went in like 2013.
Yeah. But
back then.
But it wasn't at all like, wow, this is cheaper than back home. And it's like, it's on par, which is fine. Or like a little bit more
that's
expensive.
essentially my experience was when I went to Poland. It was like, it was on par. And that's why I found it cheap, because I'd been to the UK then and shit was expensive.
UK is expensive.
Yeah, UK is dumb expensive.
Lenska went, so her sister and brother-in-law immigrated end of 2017.
I met them at the wedding. They're lovely.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. So she went to visit them. She's like, it's been a while. I haven't been to their new home in the UK.
Do they live in London?
No, so they live in at the time they lived in London. They were still like renting and trying to get on their, not get on their feet, but find a place to move into. They live in St. Albans now, which is
fancy.
I think it's like a 30-40 minute train ride out of London, but like
but it is so they work in like London or whatever.
No, they're close to London, but they're not actually working in London.
Yeah, because apparently living in London is like ridiculously
stupidly expensive. Yeah. So Lenska thought, she didn't even think about it. It was like, I haven't seen my sister for a while. I'm just gonna like book a ticket and go visit her in Ross, like spend a week there. But she hadn't at all like suppose, saved properly for the trip or anything. And so when she got back, she was like, my wallet. It's so expensive there.
Everything.
Because at the time,
yeah.
that was like, we were still planning the wedding, and that's when she told her sister, like, will you be my maid of honor? So she took her sister for like, I think it was like tea and scones or something. It was like 200 plus rand each for like literally like, so it's like, whoa, okay.
Just to eat the Queen's cake.
The Queen's cake.
The peasant cake, I guess.
The peasant cake. Yeah, UK is expensive. Rest of Europe's also expensive. Poland, affordable.
Every time I've gone to the UK, it's for like an event, a game event, and it's usually just 1 or 2 nights, usually only one, and even just one night there, I'm just like, fuck me, this is so expensive.
Good thing I saved for 3 months.
Yeah,
for this one coffee.
It's just mad expensive, but yeah.
Travel's
fun. I enjoy
travel point chat. Welcome. You've come to the right show.
Travel point chat. Imagine we got paid to travel. That'd be really fun.
Oh my god, that is that is literally the dream. That is really. Have you ever followed an account called How Far From Home? So it's a South African couple where their original plan was, well, their whole claim to fame was they were traveling all over the world, but they would post photos to Instagram showing how far they are from South Africa.
Oh, hectic.
So it's like Europe, 10,000 kilometers. Like, I don't know the exact number, but that sort of vibe. And, went to this place. This is exactly this far from home, whatever.
Yeah.
Now they're like, they've made it very big. They literally just paid to like travel all over, experience places, take photographs, video it, and they're living that travel life.
That is a dream,
really,
man.
really cool, yeah.
Yo, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. So, that's a dream, man. But you know what the other dream is?
Playing games.
Playing
video games
wow.
all day.
What a
every
segue.
Day.
We're
What
professionals.
This is Checkpoint Chat. This week we're powered by Red Bull.
Oh boy.
Which is it's not a sponsor thing.
No.
So I spoke to my good pal. I don't know if I can call him a good pal. I've only met him once. But he's a friend.
Good pal.
He's a friend.
Twitter.
I appeared on his podcast in Cape Town, Luca.
Yes.
Their podcast is the Jesus.
It's
the Gaming Guru one?
Is it Gaming Guru or Button Bashers?
No, it's definitely not Button Basher. I think it's Gaming
You know what
Guru.
it is? I'm thinking of, I think his Twitch channel, the handle's called Button Bash.
Oh, is it? Is that his Twitch channel?
I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, I know the podcast is Gaming Guru. It's hosted by him and Gareth Woods.
Gareth
Cool podcast. But Luca works at Red Bull. And I expressed mad jealousy at his ability to get free cans of Red Bull because I live on the stuff, and he kindly gave us 2 cases.
Yeah. So
which is in a fridge in my room.
Not at all a sponsor, but let me tell you, Alessandro, like, I mean, you've heard every episode, like, whoa, you nearly spilled Red Bull on the microphone.
I live on this shit.
Yeah, so not at all a sponsor, but a very welcome donation.
Yes, thank you a lot. I'm actually sipping one.
I even had one for breakfast. I was like, I mean, it's right there.
I hope that got recorded. It was really good.
And now
Red
we
Bull's
need a
good.
jingle.
It's not the sugar-free one, which my body is busy screaming about. But
do you normally get the sugar-free one?
I try because I'm like, if I'm gonna be drinking a Red Bull a day, I can't deal with this sugar. Like, if I'm gonna be trying.
Luca asked because I was the one who collected it because the Red Bull office is literally right, like 2 cases.
Yeah, I didn't know it was there by the design quarter. Interesting.
So he asked me, he's like, what flavor do you guys want? Well, he asked me, you guys, aka me, and I was like, yeah, let's just go with OG Red Bull. And I told Alessandro, he's like, oh, did you get the sugar free? I was like, no.
I didn't know we had a choice. So.
Yeah, I just assumed. I'm like, no, man, this is just original Red Bull. Let's take
next
it.
time it's fine. We'll get sugar free ones so that I can pretend like I'm being slightly healthier than normal.
Yeah, normal. Whoa, where do those wings come from?
It sprouted out my back.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
what a
this
week.
week's a bit weird. So I've been playing like 3 games, and I can't talk about any of them.
Fun fact, I'm also, for a change, playing a game that I can't talk about. Back on that game.
Well, I can tell you what I've been playing.
Yeah.
I've been playing Katana Zero, which I spoke about last week. The embargo's only up Thursday.
Yes.
I've already written my review. I finished it twice already.
Oh.
I'm giving all objective facts. There's a guy with a sword in the game.
Wow.
So yeah, that we can talk about next week. I've also been playing a bunch of the new SteamWorld game.
Which I want to hear about.
I think it's called The Hand of Gilgamesh or The Quest of Gilgamesh or whatever.
What? Is that the name of the game? Isn't it? Is it SteamWorld Dig?
No, it's just SteamWorld.
SteamWorld?
SteamWorld Quest. That's what it's called. SteamWorld Quest.
Okay, yeah.
Let me
SteamWorld World.
Steam
the
World
game.
World.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes place in the same world, air quotations, as SteamWorld Dig, but it's like a medieval spin on it, and it's like a completely new
That's cool.
game. So it's like a turn-based strategy with cards, so kind of like a Darkest Dungeon.
You played SteamWorld Dig too, eh?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
What a great
so
game, man.
SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh. I was right.
Gilgamesh.
So that's out on April 25th, and I'm playing that on Switch.
Nice.
And then I'm also playing Days Gone, which you are currently
I'm also playing Days Gone. And we'll talk about that, in like 2 weeks?
Yeah, the embargo for SteamWorld and Days Gone are the same day. They're both the 25th of April.
Boy.
So we can only talk about it on the weekend of the 26th.
So you have to wait for
2 weeks.
some days to be gone before we can talk about it.
Get out of
Insert SteamWorld World joke.
Get out of here.
.gif.
Get out of here. But,
So what can we talk about this
Yeah,
week
it's a
then?
bit weird because I literally have no games that I
No
can
games.
talk about. So what have you been playing?
I mean, we've got Paw Patrol marching
Oh my
in
god,
here,
not again. Okay, I'll
But I can tell you that.
Fill the time.
Let me have a quick overview of what I've been doing. So on Tuesday, when I streamed up, so this is very distracting. The Paw Patrol's looking at Alessandro like, "Why are you chasing me out? I'm just here to watch you record. Like, what's the problem here?" Now he's being marched out like a sheep. Get out of here. So I don't have. I don't want to say I don't have a stream game. So I obviously finished streaming Bloodborne, and I'm trying to. I want to move on to a new game, but I don't know what to stream for like the next few weeks.
I do feel bad because we were meant to stream.
Risk of Rain 2.
yeah.
No, that's fine. That's still early access. You can do that whenever you're ready. It's not a rush. So I thought, with Borderlands 3 being announced, and that's all the hype, quotation mark, subjective hype.
It's very hard.
It's hype for some people.
They are guns with legs.
Oh, yes. Guns with legs.
We'll be getting a first look at gameplay, I think, on May 1st.
Oh, yeah?
So that's pretty soon as well. Yeah.
I forget we're in April. It's just terrifying because I'm like,
It's nearly the end of fucking April. We're halfway through
I'm
April.
like, yeah, but May's so far. And like, no, wait, it's like two weeks away. It's
gonna
2.5
be
weeks. Aha, it's gonna. Why are you like this? I hate you so much.
Carry on.
So I thought, let me stream some Borderlands 2. Let me just give it a bash. I mean, 2-3 weeks ago we did our top 10 games of all time at the time list. And Borderlands 2 still featured there because I really love Borderlands 2. And not to take away from it, I still love Borderlands 2, but I realized, I remember why I stopped playing it because I was out of
garbage. No,
hot garbage. No, look, Borderlands 2 great at the time. I don't know how it holds up today. I only played half now, but I remember why I stopped playing back then. It was simply because I had a very high level character with really good loot.
Was this character on the third or the second playthrough?
It might have been like legit my third playthrough.
Okay.
Might have been beyond that. I don't know. It was level high 60s, mid 60s.
I have no idea what I know they increased the cap with updates and stuff.
Yeah, it's like 60 something. So it's pretty. I think the default level cap was like 40 or 50.
I think
so. It's past that. And the problem with it though is that despite my really good loot, I get shot like once by a standard enemy and my shield's gone, and I get shot like once more and I'm down. I'm like, but this is not even a boss, and like I'm really struggling. And the only reason I remember being able to get that far in the first place was because I was playing the Siren, and their ability is to phase lock, so you lock an enemy in place, which makes it very easy to run up with a shotgun and just like delete the person. But
that's a good way to put it.
But I don't know how you'd play with any other class, and you pointed out that the game reaches a point where you actually can't not play co-op. You have to be with other people to make it enjoyable. Well, not enjoyable, but to get through those really difficult high levels. So I played half an hour of Borderlands, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it. Maybe I should have started the game from scratch again.
That's what I did, yeah.
But the thing is, I've played the game so many times, it's starting from scratch. I'm like, I know this opening area very well. But I did think, not to like completely write it off, I will start the game again and immediately jump to one of the DLCs. You haven't played Tiny Tina's DLC, I don't think.
I played the pirate one.
No, you need to play Tiny Tina's.
I know,
Assault and Dragon.
I know what the DLC was. I know it was like she was hosting like a Dungeons and Dragons game, and you were playing in that.
It's really good.
Which is super clever.
Yeah, so what's nice about that is, I don't know, it depends how you look at it. What's nice about the game is that it's not like a a capped off a level specific area. It's not like you have to be level 40 to get here.
Okay.
It sort of just tailors to whatever level you are at the time and then builds on
Oh,
that.
neat.
As
Okay.
far as I understand.
Cool.
So you could rock up there at like low level 5 and all the enemies will be level 5.
Okay.
So we should 100% play that DLC.
Yeah,
It's
we should
really
do that. Because there were 4 DLCs. There was a pirate one, and there was Talk.
the Talk one, then there
Talk's
was the
Dome or whatever,
was
Tiny
it-
Tina's.
and then was it Hammerlock? So Hammerlock?
Yes,
Hammerlock,
yes, the something
hunting
hunt.
one,
Yeah, something hunt.
The
yeah.
DLC, like all of them, I'd say pretty good. I played all of them, but Tiny Tina's one is just.
I still think my
great.
favorite Borderlands DLC is from the first one. It was General Knox's
never
armory.
played that.
Man, it was good.
good?
It was really good.
Which you know what I'm thinking of? There was another DLC that is in the pre-sequel that was Claptraps something, which I never.
Did they do DLC for the pre-sequel? I didn't realize
they did
that.
1 or 2 for the pre-sequel.
Okay.
So yeah, point is I played Borderlands 2. I didn't really enjoy it, but that's not against the game. I'd say it's more like I jumped in and can't remember which weapons I have. The enemies are too high level. Well, same level as me, but beating the shit out of me. So I moved on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to play some Mario Kart because I was playing on a Tuesday and there's a local community. The SA, it is the SA Gamer, or is it just, is it not affiliated to them?
I think it
really?
might be, because I know David, who's owner of SA Gamer, organized that a while ago. So it might not be affiliated to the website, but I know he runs it.
Yeah, he runs it. So it was funny because just before I started streaming Borderlands, he messaged me on Twitter saying like, hey, come play Mario Kart. And at the time, like I knew it was Tuesday and I wanted to, but Lenska had stolen my Switch and she was playing Mario
How
Kart
dare
in
she?
bed. So I was like, you know what, that's fine. I'm streaming Borderlands next week. I'll play. But then after half an hour, I was like, you know what, I'm over Borderlands. I'm not feeling it. I'm going to go play Mario Kart because
Yeah.
Lenska had fallen asleep by that time. So
How
I jumped.
dare she?
How dare she? So I jumped in for some casual Mario Kart with some local peeps. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I thought, and you know what, I will join again. So if you own a Switch and you have Mario Kart, you want to find some local games to play. Every Tuesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., they lobby up and they just race.
I've joined once or twice, and I had a lot of great fun with them.
It's Mario Kart, so you're going to have a good time. But
And it's against good Mario Kart players as well.
they're
so-
really good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Also got a lot to figure out in that game. But anyway, so after Mario Kart, because I mean, I joined it like 20 to 10.
Did you come first at all?
No, hell no, not against those people. Damn.
Yeah,
I need to.
I find it really interesting playing against like a whole lobby of people because it's like you can seriously run the risk of like going
Rain?
from first to last.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always, and you also get to use items you normally wouldn't get CPU because you find yourself in
In last
far
place.
further back positions. Yeah, basically
You know-
saying it's good to play
you know,
against other humans because you suck.
The first time, I mean, I've played Mario Kart a fair bit now. It's the first time the other night I got, there's like that infinity item, which it looks like an 8.
Oh yeah,
And it's
yeah.
literally just a collection of like everything.
Yes.
You've got like a mushroom, a banana,
Yeah.
and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know this existed in
Yeah.
the game.
This is like you need so much help.
Yeah,
we're just
here's
gonna give you
everything.
Yeah.
Except the problem is they don't tell you what you're going to use next. So I was just like spamming buttons. I'm like,
Oh yeah, because it's all like
yeah. I was like,
revolving
oh
around
shit,
you,
this is
yeah.
the boost. I meant to throw something.
Yeah.
So I will definitely join again, but I played this Tuesday for about 20 minutes and then I was like,
Okay.
I'm on my Switch anyway. Let me just finish Celeste. And I did. And let me tell you, Celeste, what I said, we spoke about it last week. Celeste is a good time.
So this is a great.
It's really, really good. That there's a medley at the end. I mean, you've listened to the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I've listened to that. I've got that soundtrack
Melody,
stuck in my.
you said medley.
No, there's like there's a medley that's it's not a medley, but there's a track towards the end of that soundtrack that's 11 minutes long. 11 minutes
son.
long.
Okay.
Which sort of takes you through the theme of each stage, which is really cool. So I've got that song stuck in my head. But
That's cool.
in the game, you do
I
stuff.
don't think that's on the soundtrack then.
No, I'll show you after the show.
Oh, okay.
It is,
Because I've
yeah.
listened to the soundtrack. I must have just like tuned
no,
out.
but you know what? You're probably like, oh, it's that song, but it's like it's themed to the
Okay.
levels, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I finished Celeste, and it was cool because I had a bunch of people watching. Got rated and explained, and it's funny. I had a whole discussion exactly what we had last week. Like, you know what, this secure discussion X Y Z. Look at Celeste. You can turn this on and off because people like I don't like platformers. Like I'm bad at platformers. Like, well, good thing Celeste lets you do whatever the hell you want. You know,
Yeah. So let's
tweak it
let
to
you
your-
play to whatever whatever skill level you deem your skill
Yeah.
level. Yeah.
So ended up finishing it really late. And I was like, let me see some of them B-side levels.
Ooh.
They are hard.
Yep. I can imagine.
Hard. And there's something, here's a funny thing. Have you found any gems in that game?
Gems?
At all? Yeah.
What the fuck are gems?
Like a diamond or I picked up an orange one right at the end of the game. I was like,
I've not seen any of those.
Yeah, I was like, this is a collectible I've never seen before.
Is there one in each stage?
I imagine there must be, because I picked up one on the last level. I was like, that's weird. Is this like level specific or something, or is this another collectible? And then I finished the game, and then it unlocks another level, and you walk into this level, and it's got like one of those doors where it shows like 8 different kinds of gems. I was like, oh my god, like there's a whole, you think strawberries, okay, you think B-side tapes, there's a whole nother something,
because there's 8 chapters, right?
Yeah,
so there's one in each chapter.
I imagine there's one. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking shit.
Oh my god.
There's a whole
That's
nother
wild.
there's a whole nother something locked in. I don't know what it is, but I was like, okay, this game's got a lot to it.
Because I found when I restarted it, I found that computer in the game, which I never found on my first playthrough.
Where did you find it? In the hotel?
Yeah. Where you can play the Pico 8 version of
Celeste
within Celeste, which is quite
which I
fun.
stumbled on. But I stumbled
Yeah, you can
onto
play it
by
in browser if you
accident.
want.
The other day on.
And then now there's a Kirby version,
which great.
is super easy because Kirby can just
Kirby can
float.
just fly.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that game, though, do you remember finding there's like a satellite with a computer screen? I thought maybe that was the game, but then I don't know. Is that
There's
just
a
like
lot of hidden walls. There's a lot of spaces where you look at it, you're like, I can't go through there.
Yeah.
But if you try to go through there, you just walk through. So
Yeah.
it's like a...
Yeah, so that was one of the areas one of the screens in the first area where it's like there's a satellite and there are different colored birds flying around. I'm like, is this a puzzle that I'm supposed to figure out, or is it just a little like, hey, here's the cool visual or something?
I'm
So I don't
curious
know.
to now find these diamonds.
It's gems or diamonds. I don't know. This game's got stuff.
It makes
that I
you
don't
poke
know.
around.
Yeah, so my first playthrough took about 7.5 hours. I had close to 1,300 deaths.
In total. That's not too bad. Because I've had
Yeah,
like
but-
300 in one chapter before.
But that's still a lot of deaths. So you think
It's
like,
a lot,
shit.
chill. But the thing is, the game, when you die, restarts so quickly.
You don't-
never
yeah.
have this like... like Bloodborne, when you die, especially you played it now after all these patches, but when it was first out, the loading was bad.
Was it bad?
Like it was
Oh.
notoriously bad. It was about 40 seconds between death and
shit.
coming back.
Yeah,
alive.
the
And
loading
that's a
now is
problem.
actually really good.
Yeah, and Bloodborne's really good, but like I remember playing when it used to be 40 seconds, and it like knocks the wind out of your sails. You're just like, fuck.
Oh my god.
I mean, Celeste is instant. So,
Yeah. So
just like a Super Meat Boy.
so Celeste is great. But it's probably a game I'm going to pick away at every night. Like
Imagine you had it on PS4, you'd go for that platinum.
Oh my god, no! I only go for the platinums I know aren't like ridiculously
Ridiculous,
stupid.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not that they've been easy. Like God of War, for example, it's not an easy platinum because you have to go kill the Valkyries. But it's not like kill a Valkyrie in 3 hits while they're flying and dodging. Like, you get those weird trophies.
It's not like the RE2 platinum.
Oh no, but even that, I'm like, like finish the game in under X amount of steps. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
like
fuck
that's-
that. No.
I want trophies that are like very to the point, like do this,
Yeah,
do this,
yeah.
unlock all the weapons. I'm like, cool.
Those
I can do
are
that.
the ones
Yeah.
I've generally like. Usually I'll try platinum a game when, like, during my first playthrough, naturally, I've picked up like 80%.
Yeah, when
like
you finish
Spider-Man.
you finish it, you look back like, oh, I just need to go collect these collectibles.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
or
so it's
finish
not,
these missions or whatever. And usually games that require a second playthrough for a platinum, I don't end up getting to because I just don't have the time.
Bloodborne though, man. Oh, I'm tempted for that
you
platinum.
You platinum Spider-Man though, hey?
No, I haven't played Spider-Man yet. I platinumed...
I thought...
No, I've only platinumed you think of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I've platinumed God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Final Fantasy 15.
So you haven't played Spider-Man? You haven't played Resident Evil 2 yet? Eh?
I'm behind,
Fuck,
man.
I've got like 2 discs for you.
Oh
to
my
give
god,
you.
where am I going to find the time for
I don't know. I was just thinking, I'm like, why haven't I given you these discs then? Because I actually have them on disc. Like, I thought I'd given them to you.
I could steal one of them though, because I need something to stream on Tuesday and Thursday. Eyebrow action happening right now.
Yeah, get that Resident Evil action going.
Although when you're ready for Risk of Rain, we'll do that first. But
Yes, I'm so excited to play that.
yes, Risk of Rain. But yeah, Celeste is a game I'm going to pick away at. It's one of those things where I sat down and played it a lot now because I just wanted to finish it. But now I've finished the base game, I can just pick it up in a few months, try stuff, do whatever.
If I'm not mistaken, there's more content coming out for Celeste.
Really? Oh damn. If you're an audio listener, you might hear a little gosling in the.
There's a DLC chapter.
And a gosling coming from the.
So this is according to PlayStation Lifestyle. Aiden Simmons. No. Fucking ad blockers everywhere. So fans of Celeste have been eagerly anticipating both the new DLC and the upcoming physical release. Unfortunately, they'll have to wait a bit longer before either are ready for release. While development of the farewell levels is in the home stretch, it won't be debuting in April. As a result of that, the physical release of Celeste has been delayed. The Celeste DLC was originally announced at the end of 2018 as a celebration of all the success the indie title has seen. The levels will comprise of one continuous chapter and will not feature any B-side levels.
Ooh.
In addition, they won't include any strawberries, but new items and mechanics are promised. They are said to be these are said to be the toughest levels in the game, giving super fans plenty to dig into. The DLC will be free for all Celeste owners.
Great.
So the farewell DLC. I mean, I would be shocked if there was ever a sequel to Celeste because I don't think
it's a self-contained
and
story.
Matt Dawson, who develops these games, he's making, I think Towerfall 2's coming out, or is that?
Oh,
I might be.
You heard this hot rumor here first.
Okay, no, I was thinking of Samurai Gun 2. That's because to me, Samurai Gun and Towerfall are almost the same game in my head for some reason. Yeah, Samurai Gun 2 is a real thing, but not Towerfall. Samurai Gun's a really good game.
So those people who are already typing away at the typewriters like breaking news.
Yeah.
Towerfall, not happening.
Towerfall's a great game though.
You should play it. Play some.
I wonder if it's on Switch.
Isn't
it's
it?
A great
it must
game.
be. Surely it must be on Switch.
Great party game.
Got some of that Celeste action on Switch.
Celeste action.
Celeste. And that's what I've been playing.
So that's what you've been playing. Yeah, like I said, I can't talk about anything really. I played also a bit of Borderlands, but that was so long ago, and I also bounced off of it pretty quickly because I started a new campaign, unlike you, and I was just like, ugh, I just can't find the energy to invest into this now because I've played, I've got 250 hours of Borderlands 2 on Steam. Oh, yeah. So I've played that game.
You've played Borderlands 2 more than I have, then I think.
I've played that game. I think I've finished that story about 4 times.
That's so good.
So yeah, again, just like you, as I was starting it, I was just like, ugh, I like this, but it's far too familiar for me to feel good about. Ooh, One Day Only's got a Jägermeister on.
Oh.
My God.
Only $4.5
I mean, we've got Red Bull. Why don't we just get a Jägermeister on tap thing here?
Then we just die.
And just do Jaeger bombs the whole podcast.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Podcast. Sure, we'll do that next week for our 50th with Pushstation after.
Jaeger bomb chased with a Pushstay.
Oh yeah, and you bring the Red Bull. Oh, Red Square. I'll wash down some Red Square with Red Bull. Yeah, that's a. Could you live three hours away? It's going to cost thousands of rands to Uber here.
I'll supply the Jaeger though. Jaeger bombs
really?
for the 50th.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It'd be a messy 50th.
No. Sounds like death.
Should we hop into news? Because there's quite a bit.
Are there no games coming out this week?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's first.
Sure. It's not like you haven't done this show for 49 episodes.
Shut up.
You need more Red Bull. Let's go crack open that fridge.
Jesus, go crack open the 48 cans we have.
Yes.
So we are looking. My God, I can't believe we're in April.
Wait, 48. That is a weird coincidence. Oh wait, no, this is episode 49.
Just one off.
Damn it! If we were on episode 48, it would have been perfect.
We're looking at releases from the 13th up until Friday the 19th of April. I don't think this is a big week. The week after is
massive.
Is big. Yeah.
It's massive.
Okay.
Did you lie?
No, not really.
No.
Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster coming to Xbox One and Switch.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that the one where there's a good game coming out this week. Never mind. Is that the one where there's that stupid laugh meme with Titus?
Yes. Ha 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 ha. Have you played 10? No.
The only Final Fantasies I've played to completion are
15.
7 and 15. I don't even think I've played 7 to completion.
You monster. It's on Switch. Go play it now.
15 is
It's
fucking good though.
15 is great. 10 is honestly really good. I played that.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of good
played-
things. I think Nicola loves 10 as well, yeah. Is that the one in the sky ships? Or is it...
No, that's 12.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of 12.
12 I haven't played. 10 up because they remastered 10 and 10.2 for the PS3 way back when, and now they've obviously done it for PS4 and Switch. So I played 10.2 also, like, I suppose
You played
10 years after the fact, 12 years. I don't know what the...
Wow, when was 10 released?
10 is old, man. Look up when Final Fantasy 13 came out. Well, look up both. When did Final
Fantasy 13 came out like 2008, wasn't it?
Okay, and then when did 10 come out?
Final Fantasy 10, the first originally released 2001.
Yeah. There was
Damn,
a long gap between 10 and 10 and oh, but I mean there was 12 between all of that, but I don't know. In my head 12
because 11 was a MMO.
MMO, yeah.
So 13 was 2009. So that's already 8 years. So when was 12?
No, it was probably like 2004, 2005.
2006. So it was 5 years between 10 and 12,
12.
and then 3 years
13.
Wow, that's a long wait.
Okay, so I played...
And between 13 and 15 was like 7 years.
It was a long time,
it was very long.
So I played Final Fantasy X many years, over a decade. Well, it is more than a decade after it released.
That's
and
nearly a 20-year-old game.
let me tell you, it was really good. I enjoyed
It's an
it.
18-year-old game. Fucking wild.
So good. Really, if 10 is great. 10.2 is also really good if you're not put off by like the Charlie's Angels vibe.
The Charlie's Angels vibe. What
Because
do
you
mean?
play as all the female characters, and it's really like they're just going out doing missions and stuff, and it's very over the top, hilarious, meant to be wacky. A lot of people didn't like it, but it's really fun.
There's a new Charlie's Angels movie coming out.
What does it feature? The Final Fantasy X 2 cast?
No, but it's got Kirsten Stewart, which is strange.
Twilight lady.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who?
Okay, where's she
I
been for?
think she's really cool, but I
wait-
don't think she can act really well.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen her.
She's
for
got
ages.
some of the best fashion sense I've ever seen in my
Oh, yeah?
life. Have you seen her on like red carpet? Fucking rocking.
God, no, I haven't. I'll take your word for it. Who's the other Charlie's Angels?
Two actresses I don't know. Let me look it up.
I'll only watch this movie if Charlie the Unicorn is Charlie.
I think Patrick Stewart is like their handler, which is really funny.
Professor X?
Yeah, and it's not going to be a reboot. It's like a
That's actually
it's like
funny.
a continuation.
That's totally not intentional, right? Because what's Professor X's name?
Charlie.
Charles Xavier.
Charles Xavier.
Charles Angels, yes.
I know it's directed by Elizabeth Banks, who's really good.
Oh.
So, Naomi Scott is the one, I think. Yeah. Kirsten Stewart. This is not in an order that I understand, and I don't know the character's name, so it's a bit difficult. I don't know who the other one is. It might be Ella Balinska. It might be. I don't know.
Could be.
There are two Bosleys. One of them is Jamon Honsu.
Well,
He's the guy, he's the guy who's in everything.
he's acted in
he was
literally
in, he was in
everything.
Blood Diamond.
Oh, that dude. He's in Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah, he was in
And in Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, he was
That
also in
guy.
Shazam.
Was in
Yeah. And Elizabeth Banks is also Bosley. So
Oh,
that's
my.
cool. Patrick Stewart is also Bosley. Why are there three
What?
Bosleys?
Okay. It's obviously a time period piece thing.
But Elizabeth Banks is directing it, so that's pretty cool.
Charlie's Angles, the spin-off movie about equations and
Coming out
and
2019.
geometry.
Cool.
Nice. How did we get there?
I don't know how we got there. Anyway,
The Red Bull's flowing today, let me tell you.
Dreams early access,
Oh wow,
which
that's
is paid early access, which is the first time Sony's kind of acknowledged that that's a thing.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's coming out in early access on April 16th. We
People will
sadly don't have
actually
codes.
people will actually see what the game is, I guess.
Yeah, I'm very, very
because
excited.
what
to give
is
it a go.
Dream?
I'm very excited. After the small like beta and we saw all those games coming
came
out.
out of it, yeah.
So excited. I do know that at launch it won't have VR support.
God forbid.
But I think it will have move support for like the 3D sculpting,
Yeah.
which apparently is very good.
Will be
So,
helpful.
Anno 1800
Oh boy.
on PC, April 16th. I think they're having like a quick beta this weekend.
And nobody got time for that.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I'll take it.
City builders, not my thing.
They are good. I played it, Anna. They are good, but also not.
I think
not
you
my
reviewed
thing.
some for Critical Hit. Yeah.
Not my thing.
Not your thing.
No.
Heaven's Vault, PC and PS4, April 16th. That almost sounds like that cult from a while back called Heaven's Gate. That's creepy.
Is that a cult? Oh,
It was
boy.
a cult. They all like, they were the ones who, I might be butchering this, but who gives a fuck? They thought that there was an alien spaceship behind the moon that would take them to heaven. So they like, a lot of their leaders like killed themselves to get to the spaceship. Yeah, it was fucked up.
Jesus.
It's fucked up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. World War Z, PC, PS4, Xbox One, April 16th.
Oh.
This is weird because like I've seen footage of this game and it looks pretty good. Like
Yeah.
it looks stunning and it looks like a cool co-op zombie shooter thing, and it's got the whole like, I mean, the whole thing of World War Z was how these zombies like combine into
They
like this
pile
massive
up,
horde.
climb walls and shit.
But I've seen like very little buzz about
Coverage,
this,
yeah.
and I have not seen any reviews or anyone talking about getting review copies. So I don't know. Maybe give it a wait and see what happens.
What day is that out?
April 16th, so that's Tuesday.
That's like a week before Days Gone. Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting time. Like, I have no idea what World War Z looks like or what.
I think it's much lower budget.
But it's interesting that you would launch a zombie game the same week as a Sony exclusive zombie game.
Yeah.
I mean,
the week before.
sorry, Days Gone doesn't have zombies. It's got freakers. My bad.
For fuck's sake.
My bad.
My Time at Porsche is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I played this earlier this
you
year on
reviewed
PC.
that, yeah.
I didn't like it that much. I thought it was very rough around the edges. And
No,
very,
you enjoyed it until you played too much of it, and you're like, It is that game where
like
you
it's fun.
you
It's like
build
you
your
build stuff,
yeah.
and it's like you got to build stuff for people in your city and stuff, and it's cool. But I find the grind is a bit too long, and there are like, I don't know if they fixed this, but there were like jarring issues in that game, like, really, really bad issues. So yeah, World of Warships Legends, PS4, Xbox One. I'm not sure what that is.
World of Warships.
Ghost Giant, PSVR, April 16th. This I saw a review of on, I think, IGN, and it looks delightful.
It's like Ghost Giant.
You are like this deity within this town,
Yeah.
and you help them like build this town. So you're like this giant in a town that is a ghost, and you like you are helping the inhabitants like build up their city and take on quests. It's just really good use of VR. It seems, because
okay,
you can
that's
like
cool.
pick up the roof off a house and peer within the house.
That's awesome.
It looks very cool.
Nice.
Wow, what a. Oh, I thought it said Tale of Tales. It's
A
Table
Tale
of
of
Tales.
Tales. Oh.
PS4 and PSVR. Not sure what that is. I haven't heard of that. Whispers of a Machine, PC, April 17th. Any idea what that is?
It sounds like
You have a
that
machine.
buzzing that we have
Yeah, fuck, it's
going
driving
on.
me mad. Hob, the definitive edition, April 17th. Now, Hob is a game that came out like in 2017. It's made by, if I'm not mistaken, the Torchlight devs. Yeah, Runic Games.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like a third-person adventure, puzzle adventure. I think I remember it getting good reviews at the time, but because it was only on PC and normal consoles,
kind of
you know.
forgotten about.
So now the definitive edition is coming to Switch, and I think that's going to find new life there.
That's
It's
cool.
really cool.
That's awesome.
I like it, and it's got a really cool art style. So.
Nice.
Sigma Theory, Global Cold War, PC, April 18th. Forager, PC, April 18th. Now, Forager...
Pick berries.
I know about the Forager because I looked at it because we were offered review keys, and it looks awesome.
Nice.
It looks like a mix between Terraria and Stardew and Zelda.
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
it's like you build up like a farm and you are farming stuff, but you're also going into dungeons and doing like 2D Zelda stuff, and you need certain
cool.
items to go into certain dungeons and stuff.
That's cool.
So that looks pretty fun.
Looks dope.
Our World is Ended, PS4 and Switch. Wow,
Wow.
sure.
Start the game, the credits just roll.
Existential crisis right there in video game
I'm
form.
telling you, push start to start the game.
Yeah,
So it's a credit. It's like, oh, the world has ended. Thank you for playing.
Yeah. Cuphead, Switch, April 18th.
Is that this week? Wow, there's so many games.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Please
I
don't
need-
Switch at the wall.
I need Cuphead. And that won't be expensive either.
Dunno. It
Cuphead
wasn't
ain't a $60 game, I don't think.
No, definitely not. I think it was like a $20 or $30 game.
Take my money.
So here's a game.
The Padre.
The Padre.
The Padre.
Out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch on April 18th. What is this? I want to know.
While you do that, I'm looking up how much Cuphead costs on Switch because I need it.
I don't want to know what early access is. I want to know what the Padre is. Unravel the mystery of a... Oh, no, wait, hold on. The Padre is a retro-styled 3D horror adventure game tapping deep into the roots of classic horror games. I mean, you just said the same thing twice in the same sentence. But it does look like a very retro 3D... almost like a... Yeah, it looks almost like the old Alone in the Dark type vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Katana Zero, out on PC and Switch, April 18th.
We know someone who's played that, aka you. Give us
Hell
your
is Other
impressions.
Demons, PC and Switch. I think that's like a bullet hell thing. It looks really cool, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah?
Hell is Other Demons. Yeah, I think I've heard other people talking about that, and Hell is Other People. No, it's not. It's
No.
demons. Yeah, it's the bullet hell thing. It looks fucking cool. It's got a really cool, like, visual aesthetic. Oh, there's reviews out for it already.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Spoiler.
got some pretty good reviews.
So is it out already? It's just...
No, it's out on April 18th.
So these just...
These are
early
just
reviews, I guess,
pre-reviews. Yeah, check out that cool outside. It
That's
reminds me of
awesome.
Downwell almost.
Oh.
Pretty cool. And I think that's
Cuphead
it.
on Switch, $20.
That's not bad. Yeah. Last game, God's Trigger, PC, PS4, Xbox One, April 18th. Cool.
That's cool. Some
The week after is some big shit.
Oh boy, what's coming out the following week?
Some Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
Some Days
Kombat.
Gone.
Can I just tell you,
Some
at my
Steam
office, okay, here's a little anecdote that
Another Final Fantasy.
makes me angry. So at our office we've got Xbox, okay, and we've got Xbox Game Pass. The other day we thought, let's just go through Game Pass and download some games for the office. Okay, so we go through.
Lots of good ones there.
Yeah, there's some really good games on office. So obviously I grab Ori because I'm like, you guys need to play Ori. Like at least look at it, see how pretty
it's
it
on Game
is.
Pass. Is it the enhanced edition or the definitive edition?
Sure, it must be. I don't see
Yeah.
why it wouldn't be.
That game's good.
We grabbed Ashen because we're like,
That game's good.
we're like, cool. It's
Play the game.
Dark, it's lit. I played the first 20 minutes. The buttons are copy paste from Bloodborne,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. It's like, okay, here's your heavy attack, your dodge, this, that. It's like, okay, this is literally
good game.
Dark Souls. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Good game.
But then we scroll past, like, cool. I'm like, hey guys, there's Mortal Kombat 10 here. People are like, nah, let's
What?
skip past it. I was like, what's wrong with you guys?
How dare you?
This is a fighting game for the office. We play Tekken 7, we play Street Fighter, but no one wants to play Mortal Kombat
the better
10.
game out of those
Yeah,
three.
I'm like, arguably, I mean, look, I love Tekken, but I'm like, Mortal Kombat's a good time.
Mortal Kombat's fucking
It's free.
awesome.
And it's on Game Pass, not costing us a cent. They're like, nah, they skipped
Oh
past it. I was like,
God. Sacrilege.
for
You should quit.
Audio listeners, my mouth is the size of the black
You
hole
are
that we just got images of
You are
this week.
terrified at this news. You should quit.
I should quit.
Quit.
So yeah, sorry, Mortal Kombat 11 is coming.
News.
Tell us, what news? What game have you pre-ordered against your...
I haven't. So I'm not I said pre-order, but I'll probably just buy it on the day it comes out. It's not the same thing.
I just
okay?
like giving you shit. It's fun.
Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order got revealed properly yesterday. No gameplay, which
No.
was
It's
it was like 50-50 surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, okay, I'm going to say disappointed for everyone, but I was a bit disappointed because, cool, the trailer looks interesting.
Yeah.
I like the setting, that it's around the time of
Order 66.
Order 66.
Yeah, so it takes place after Revenge of the Sith and before A New Hope, which, if you've been keeping up with the animated series of Star Wars, which you should have,
I need to
Star
watch
Wars
it.
Rebels, which is now finished after 4 seasons, takes
Yeah.
place within that same period, and it's phenomenal. So
you think
I'm
it-
wondering if there'll be a bit of overlap. Yeah,
Well, I suppose I should do some Rebels watching
Rebels
to
is
catch up.
phenomenal. It's really good.
I mean, that's such an interesting time period because, I mean, I haven't watched Rebels, but so someone who's never watched anything outside of the main movies, let's say, like my thought is like all the Jedi were killed, but I know there's a whole lot of backstory. Like, well, there's still like scatters of a few.
It
and
seems
this
to
and
be
that.
where they like setting games, because the Force Unleashed games were set in the same period
yeah.
where like Darth Vader had this apprentice that he was sending out to kill Jedi. Although now that has
been deleted.
scrapped because that was Lucas Arts. So
deleted didn't happen.
that doesn't exist, whereas Rebels does.
But you've got a copy of Force Unleashed in your cupboard. It does exist. What is this?
The thing that they kind of replace Starkiller with is this force called the Inquisitors,
Oh yeah.
which are like these semi-force sensitive soldiers that Darth Vader has like trained and they have lightsabers as well, but they're not Sith.
Okay.
And they are sent out across the galaxy to hunt down Jedi. You see a bunch of them in Rebels, and then there's one very clearly in the trailer for this game. So.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes. Yeah. This
that
person
character. Oh, so is that from Rebels? That character.
Well, that character not specifically, but she. Well, I think they refer to her as a woman. She looks like an Inquisitor, and she has the lightsaber of the Inquisitors.
Okay,
The Inquisitor lightsaber is fucking stupid. Let me just preface this.
Yeah.
So the very first one you see in Rebels is like, so it's got this handle, but then it's got a ring around the handle.
Yeah.
And the handle can be like a single lightsaber, or it can be a double one like Darth Maul. But then, if it's double-sided, they can press a button, and that ring rotates and spins, so both ends of the lightsaber just spin. So the dude would in the show would generally go up to the hero and just like spin his fucking lightsaber. It was the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. And the light like bends. I'm like, how fast is that thing spinning for that? Yeah, it was silly. And it looks like she has the same lightsaber.
No. So, but the point I was getting at is that it's an interesting setting. Like, I'm excited for the game, don't get me wrong. But we haven't seen any gameplay. And we all know how CG trailers are, and it looks amazing. And then the gameplay show, and it's like,
they were very weird with the wording. They're like, these are all in-game assets, and it's rendered in engine. And I'm like, you are pulling wool over people's eyes there. So if you don't know, this is Jedi Fallen Order. It takes place after Order 66. You play as a Padawan who survived those events. And they describe the gameplay as melee combat focused, with a lot of force powers. So, considering that the game director is Stig, I forgot his name.
Is that how you pronounce the name?
I think it's Stig. Stig.
Stig.
I forgot his name. Stig. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Stig Asmussen. Yeah.
Yes.
So he used to work at Sony at Santa Monica, and he was the game director on God of War 3. So he knows a thing or two about melee.
He was the game director. He was the game director of God of War 3.
Yeah.
So where does Cory Barlog come into the? Is he the?
Cory Barlog worked on a lot of God of Wars, but he wasn't game director.
Oh, he wasn't the game director. Okay.
No, I think Cory Barlog was game director of God of War 2. Or one of them, because the other one was David Jaffe.
I just always assumed that God of War was Cory Barlog's baby.
No. They shifted directors here and there. Okay. Yeah, but he worked on like all of them.
Okay, but let me tell you, God of War 3, great game. Kratos a dick, but God of War 3, beautiful, fun game.
So. It's sounding a lot like Force Unleashed in that respect. You'll be pursued by an Inquisitor called the Second Sister.
Oh, what happened to the first sister?
Dead, probably.
Oh, no. Dead, cannot confirm.
Combat is easy to pick up, but has a lot of depth. Respawn describes the action as thoughtful combat where you have to size up enemies. It's a single-player story with no microtransactions, no multiplayer either. So, yeah. Cool. The main character is also being played by Cameron. What's his surname? Cameron Monaghan, who is like he's the Joker in the Gotham series, but I know him from Shameless. He's a really cool character in Shameless. So yeah.
Single player games dead. Apparently,
it's out on November 15th.
Sure. So, see that's what gets me. Okay, it's out very soon, and it's silly because. Well, what's your first reaction? I know you're excited, but...
I'm excited, yeah.
But when you haven't seen gameplay and the release is so soon, you're not a teeny bit skeptical. Teeny tiny bit.
Not really. What I'm curious about is I know they chose Star Wars Celebration to announce it for two reasons. Like, it's Star Wars Celebration, so it makes sense. But also, EA is not having an E3 press conference.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering whether we'll get gameplay at E3 at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a press conference to show it. And then someone reminded me, they're like, they'll probably show gameplay at Microsoft's conference. Which makes sense because there was a lot of Microsoft co-sponsorship stuff happening with this reveal.
Yeah.
So considering Microsoft is going big at E3, I would not be surprised to see that at
Do we know that this game's coming to every platform?
It is.
Imagine.
PC, Xbox One, and PS4. I noted the exclusion of Stadia.
Oh.
Now that Stadia's announced, they never said anything about Stadia.
Interesting.
No.
Can you imagine, though, that this was an Xbox exclusive?
Oh, God.
That would be big news.
EA would never do that.
Okay, but can you imagine?
It'd be massive.
That'd be so big.
It'd be massive. Like, I mean, when this license lapses, I would not be surprised if Sony or Microsoft try
to snap it up. Yeah. Oh, but sorry, what I was saying, 6 months is like it's like I think the general reaction across the board, okay, like forget that it's a Star Wars game. Generally, when a game is announced and they say coming in 6 months, what's your first thought? Like, okay, remember Resident Evil 7?
Yeah.
That was announced.
Same with RE2.
Yeah, we were like, okay. No, but for Resident Evil 7, like, okay, but 6 months, this game, something's not right.
Yeah, but that was also coming off the back of, like, Capcom was still in...
Yeah. Okay, but it was, like, surprisingly brilliant, let's say. Okay, now, same with the RE2, but that's when we gain their trust. Like, okay, they've announced it. It's only 6 months, but, hey, they did it. So, I don't know, 6 months, I mean...
the same happened with Fallout 4, and that wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. I just want to see gameplay.
Yeah, I want to see
Show me the
gameplay. Yeah.
Because, listen, we've seen many a great Star Wars CGI trailer. I mean, The Force Unleashed, I remember watching those trailers back in the day thinking, wow, this is like... so realistic. Holy, like how photorealistic.
Ones.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these trailers and the game's like, okay, they're okay. Like not groundbreaking anyway.
I'm curious to see what the combat is like because they describe it as easy to pick up but difficult to master. So I'm wondering if it'll be like because Force Unleashed was essentially like God of War, but you're just a Jedi.
Button mash, yeah.
So it was like button mashy and very much like character action, which I love those games.
Yeah.
The second one is a bit disappointing, but good game. But I wonder, because there's been a lot of rumors coming out saying the combat is more styled like a From Software game. It's very deliberate and stuff. So I don't know if that means it'll be difficult, but it will be more structured, like God of War.
Yeah.
God of War has got the same kind of flow as a Dark Souls game. It's very, very slow and controlled. So I'd be down for that.
Look, and it's Respawn.
Yeah.
So,
but Respawn's also known for their shooters. This is their first like third-person adventure game.
I don't know. They're a good studio.
They're a good studio. They've yet to disappoint, put it that way. So, and Vince Zampella, who's their CEO, he knows what he's doing, I think. So
let's see. Let's see some gameplay.
Star Wars, the movie also got a trailer. I just want to point it out there because it's for some reason in the gaming section again. And the movies are going to take a pause after Episode 9.
Good.
Which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
That trailer was pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yes, Frostpunk is coming to PS4 and Xbox One later this year.
Oh damn!
Frostpunk is a survival city builder by the people who made This War of Mine, and it is fucking awesome. I love it.
So good. I've never played it. I've watched Lenska play it.
Oh, so you did buy it?
Yeah, I eventually bought it. This was ages ago now. She wanted something to play. I was like, well,
there's some hard as hell decisions in here. You have to like choose between like children working in mines or like letting them die of frost in a school, or it's
what are you gonna do?
It's a very, very good game, and I 100%.
I do think it'll be on console because it's like a city builder.
Yeah, I think the fact that you build cities in like a concentric circle helps.
Yeah, because it's like on a grid. I guess.
Yeah, essentially. So I think that definitely helps. But yeah, they'll have to streamline a bit of it to make choosing between your stuff a lot easier. So yeah. Hellboy the movie is apparently terrible. Don't go watch it. I think it was Nick Holden.
Yeah.
On Twitter, he said he actually walked out. He was like,
really?
"Fuck this."
Oh,
yeah.
my.
I can't remember the last time I did that at a movie, but yeah. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice beats difficult retail boss. I like that. Well done, Jeff. Sells 2 million copies in 10 days, so that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Considering it's got a niche appeal, yeah.
Can I know this is not at all gaming news, but can we take a moment to talk about the Disney streaming service?
Yeah.
It actually looks really good.
Yeah, so the Disney streaming service called Disney Plus was like finally unveiled just before Star Wars Celebration. It's going to include like Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, this and that. It's going to be $7 a month. There were no announcements regarding a release in Africa, which kind of fucking sucks. Yeah, so get that DNS ready.
Boy.
So yeah, it will be priced at $7 a month. There's apparently going to be a package that will package together Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, since Disney owns all of that into one package.
Wait, Disney owns ESPN as well?
Yep. Well, they bought Fox. So.
Okay. Okay.
And there's a bunch of original series. So you've got the first ever live action Star Wars series called The Mandalorian, which is written and directed by Jon Favreau, who did the Iron Man movies, and also written by Dave Filoni, who did Star Wars: The Clone Wars animated series, which is he's directing the first episode. I'm fucking ecstatic for that series.
Yeah.
That's coming at launch. There's other ones. We're getting a Falcon and Winter Soldier series. We're getting a Loki series. We're getting a Wanda and Vision series. You're getting...
Did you see the name of that show?
WandaVision.
I was like, wow.
Star Wars Clone Wars is coming back.
They were in that boardroom like, how will we fuse these two superheroes together? And someone was like, I've got it.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I
cannot wait to watch that.
I am watching that. Each episode is centered around something we all love, like sneakers or ice cream. Yes! This sounds perfect. Oh, I'm so down.
Jeff Goldblum is the national treasure we never knew we needed, but we deserve.
Oh, my God. Getting original films, so like old Disney films, and then all the, the Marvel
whole
backlog.
library of...
Yeah, there's just a lot.
So what genuinely surprised me is that when I thought about the Disney service, I was like, okay, you've got all the Disney, like the animated movies, cool. You got all like the superhero movies, the Marvel movies, and I was like, what else are they gonna have? Like besides series and all of that. But the number there was like, I don't know, like 5,000 movies.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, there's a lot of stuff in that Disney catalog.
And for $7 a month, which is cheaper than Netflix.
I'd get that literally just to rewatch like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And all
obviously
Star Wars.
Get all the Star Wars, catch up on all the catch up on old series like Rebels and catch the new ones that are coming out. So
that is it's a no-brainer for me, and it's out in November. So
please let it have an Africa launch.
Yeah.
Like a proper...
I mean, I'm still using like a DNS service to access Netflix in the US and Hulu and stuff, so like it doesn't really change how...
I don't have any of that stuff. I just use Netflix South Africa.
Pleb.
Pleb. How dare you.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice came out on Switch, and the port actually looks really impressive considering it's a very visually demanding game. So yeah, there was a video that compared some versions to console one, and Switch holds up surprisingly.
Damn, Daniel.
The boss over at Qualcomm, which makes a lot of your mobile chips for phones.
Yeah.
He reckons that the PS5 and the new Xbox will be the last consoles you ever buy. And to a degree, I think he's right, but also wrong.
Yeah.
I think consoles in the future are going to have two very distinct SKUs. One's going to be a streaming box or an app on your TV. But I still think traditional powerful consoles will exist for your enthusiasts.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go away completely.
No.
At least not in the next gen.
Yeah.
If you recall, if you cast your mind back to 2012, a lot of people were saying this about... They were saying this generation of consoles will be the last because it's going to fail so hard because mobile gaming. And that very clearly did not
Look
happen.
at us now.
What else?
Is that all the news?
No.
No? Is there more?
Cook Serve Delicious coming to Switch and Xbox One. That's a cool game. At some point, you'll see something, says Ubisoft boss, on the future of Splinter Cell.
Wow.
I have a strong...
That's so cryptic.
Strong feeling we'll see a new Splinter Cell revealed this year. Yeah.
If not Splinter Cell, then what will be? Yeah.
It's bean time. And also, there was like a bunch of Ubisoft rumors that came out this week. So players started finding a poster within the Division 2 which showed some Vikings. And that was cool, but the Vikings were holding an Apple of Eden, which is from Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
So everyone assumes that the next Assassin's Creed, which is out next year, is Viking era. And good old Jason Schreier from Kotaku was basically like, yep, that's definitely happening. So, and in the same report, he basically said Watch Dogs 3 is going to be set in London.
Wow.
Which has been hinted at for ages now.
I'm still blown away by how people pick up those Easter eggs. Like,
yeah.
What possesses you to like walk around and like, okay, not like, why would you look at a poster? Like, you would look at a poster, but what would make a person go, hey, that looks just like the logo if I look close enough and it's fine.
Apple of Eden, yeah.
But I mean, developers
Ubisoft put it there.
Developers do that, yeah. A lot of, I mean, one of the coolest gaming Easter eggs I think is in the original Arkham Asylum. That studio in one of the rooms hid a little model of Arkham City, which is a teaser for the next game. But in order to find that, you had to use that explosive gel on a very specific section of wall.
Yeah, it was very obscure.
Which means some person went and sat and put gel on every wall, not knowing that they're going to find something, but then they found this room with like a teaser for the next game.
I think the same thing happened with City. There was after a while the game was patched, and there was a very obscure room you could find where this new audio log played that teased the next game.
I love stuff like
So
that.
yeah,
I think it's
I mean, Ubisoft did that with Watch Dogs too. They recently patched it and added in a reference to London in the game's finale. So yeah. Biggest news of this week: you can change your PlayStation ID.
You're mistaken. I think the biggest news this week is that
Starkiller is gone.
Starkiller _360
It's
_
gone.
no scope is dead.
Lost to time.
Lost
to time.
Gone but never forgotten.
Never forgotten, but definitely
Hashtag.
gone.
What's the hashtag Glenn came up with?
Starkiller Forever or something.
Starkiller 360 forever, whatever.
But I changed my PSN name. There's a list you should go read up on the official PlayStation blog, which lists a few games that will have severe problems. I think the only two there that really pique my interest are Everybody's Golf and oh man, what's it like Dota car game? Onrush, I think it's called. Yeah.
The Dota card game.
No, car game.
Oh.
It's like a Dota car game. I say Dota car game because it's not about coming first, it's about killing mobs.
Oh, I'm thinking if it's about driving into the tower enough times till it explodes.
That'd be pretty cool.
You have to destroy the enemy.
Yeah, make a burnout game that's like Dota.
Oh, no, don't do that.
So yeah, there's a list there. I haven't encountered any issues so far with anything, and I changed my name pretty easily. So
Oh, boy.
first change is free, then you have to pay, just like Xbox.
So speaking of, remember that rush with MOBAs? Everyone made a MOBA. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now, all the rage is battle royales. Do we have a car racing battle royale?
There is one.
Okay. Sorry, I rest my case.
There is one. It's out in early access.
Oh, no. 100 cars land on an island.
you fucking joke, but they even come out of a plane.
Why?
It's called Not My Car. The vehicle
wow.
battle royale game. You literally like reverse out of a plane. It's so ridiculous. Patrice Désilets, who was one of the creators of Assassin's Creed, who left Ubisoft ages ago, he's been showing off his new game called Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey, and it's fucking weird. So you take control of like an ape, and you don't have any objectives beyond surviving, and it's like this real like sandboxy thing where you are trying to increase the speed of your evolution by learning things at a faster rate than is normal. So like if you get cut by a branch, like you don't know how to like heal yourself, and if you end up dying, or if you figure out how to heal yourself using like leaves or whatever, then that evolutionary knowledge is passed on to the next generation. When you die, you play a next generation. It's pretty strange.
That's an interesting concept, though.
Yeah, to me, it's like when I read about it, I'm like, this sounds awesome, but not in a game that I want to play. Like, so yeah,
make a Netflix show.
I'm curious to see how that works. Jason tried another report about BioWare stuff, basically describing Dragon Age 4, which has been rebooted because Dragon Age 4 was busy being worked on while Anthem was being worked on, but then they yanked a lot of the developers off that project and onto Anthem and cancelled what work they had done on Dragon Age 4, which sounded really awesome. And that means a lot of the Dragon Age alumni have now left BioWare because they were really, really pissed off by it.
Wow.
Because they were very happy about the work they were doing. Basically, Dragon Age 4 was being envisioned as a smaller scope thing to Inquisition.
Yeah.
And you would take control of a group of spies within, I think it's Thetis. And like, so basically you have all this role-playing, the same sort of Dragon Age vibe to it, but with much less fluff that Inquisition had. Because Inquisition was good, but it had a lot of fetch questy stuff and whatever, so they were trying to rein a lot of it in. Okay. A lot of that got cancelled. And its main writers and main director left BioWare as a result, and now it's been rebooted. And internally, some people have referred to it as Anthem with Dragons, which is slightly worrying.
Nice.
But we'll see. Anthem went through changes, but I don't think we're going to see this game for long.
No, not for a long time.
Fuck, I don't even know at this point if it gets out the door, because BioWare's on this like thin as hell ice. I mean,
People are not loving Bioware.
if that Bioware report from last week is to be, I trust a lot of what Try reported on it, but like EA was taking people away from Bioware and putting them on teams that like FIFA because FIFA generates more money and they need more proficient Frostbite devs on the games that make more money. So like if Anthem sunk all this costs, like what is the incentive for EA to invest again now into Dragon Age 4 when they already know it's not making? So I don't know, man. Bioware
bad space,
seems super weird at the moment. So
that's not cool.
I think that's it.
That's it. All the news.
Yeah. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are teasing Rush Hour 4 again.
It's a photo of them. What is that? Is that the teaser? Them holding up a photo of
but they've been teasing this forever. Like they're playing with my heart, man.
Playing with my heart.
I really fucking wanted Rush Hour 4. I'd be really...
Man, the jump between... Have you watched Rush Hour 3 after watching Rush Hour 2?
Yeah, there's a big jump.
Chris Tucker got fat.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But now in the teaser, it looks like he got unfat.
He got thin again. Jackie Chan, always thin. He's a cool guy.
Oh, how old is Jackie Chan now?
He must be like 50 or 60.
No, I'm sure he's like in his late 50s or...
Yeah, it must be... He was
or
65. Holy shit. It's born in 1954.
I think we can confirm Jackie Chan immortal.
Dude is rocking it. Oh, it's just like the guy... Oh, man, now I've just blanked on his name.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. The guy from Rogue One. What's his name?
Oh, I know exactly. It's the dude who... The guy from Ip Man. That guy. That actor. The blind guy.
What?
The blind guy.
Yeah. But
you haven't watched Ip Man? Ip Man 1 and 2?
Donnie Yen, that's it.
That guy. How old is that guy?
He's also pretty old, and he's 55. And I saw a photo of him on his Instagram of him at the gym, and I'm just like, fuck, man. I wish. I wish I could look that good.
You've never watched Ip Man or heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's Ip Man 1 and 2, which is supposed to be like...
Man.
No, so RP, like RP.
Oh.
Ip Man.
IP Man.
IP Man, yeah, that's what I thought it was as well, but it's like, no, it's Ip Man.
It's got Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan. No.
No,
Okay.
so Ip Man is like a loose telling of the dude who founded the martial arts style that Bruce Lee was famous for.
Oh.
He was like Bruce Lee's instructor, basically. That's the story it's telling.
Oh, the life story of Yip Man, the first person to teach the Chinese martial art of Wing Chun and Bruce Lee's trainer.
Yes.
Wow.
So there's two movies, very like stylized, not at all like 100% factual, but very cool. And Donnie Yen stars in both of them. Would recommend if you can find them. I don't know where you would actually stream them.
Okay. And Donnie Yen's in both.
Yeah. That's how I actually knew him before
Rogue One. Apparently there's 3.
There's a third one?
The Legend is Born, Yip Man, Ip Man 2, and Ip Man 3.
Oh, I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's news.
Okay. On to questions. So you guys may know. Wait, before we get on to that though, do you want to tell them where they can send us questions?
Yes.
Yes, tell us.
You can send us questions in a couple places. It's a great website called Twitter.
Twitter.com.
You should follow us at Checkpoint Chat. You can send us messages there. Our DMs are open as well. Mm-hmm. Let us know.
Always open.
Sorry. I'm burping Red Bull.
That Red Bull.
You can also email us, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. Reset that counter like Migs did last week. Mm-hmm. We've also got a Facebook page, facebook.com/checkpointchat. Give us a like. Follow our feed. Maddie posts stuff there.
Every now and then. So I didn't put out a question this week because...
How dare you? Fired.
Oh, you're okay. Well, you
Get out of my house.
Then you do the questions then. But Megs did send an email last week saying, don't forget these questions from way back when. And we said, we'll save them for next week. And
Good
that's
call.
what we're doing.
Good save.
So here we go. So question 1, he says, do you guys collect anything as in items that are mainly or using... What? Hang on. Do you guys collect anything as in items that are mainly for display purposes? So he says, my single physical thing that I collect are unopened Dr. Pepper cans.
Huh, that's a niche and strange collection, but kind of cool. Unopened, but you should drain those things because eventually, I know a lot of people that collect cans. They drill a little hole at the bottom and drain it because
does it get manky?
Yeah, it'll get manky and it can explode. Like if kept in the sun or something, when it's carbonated too much, it can explode.
Just explode.
So yeah, I would 100% advise draining those.
Make sure the hole or drink.
Oh yeah, but if you want to preserve that,
you have to preserve the top. Yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
I mean, we collect a lot of.
I collect a lot
Looking at Alessandra's room, there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
I
There's
collect a lot of
collectibles.
figurines. I don't collect a specific line. Like I know Darren collects Hot Toys. I can
Yeah.
afford Hot Toys.
Batman, Hot Toys.
And a
it's
lot of
another
people
one.
like stick to a line. Like they'll collect Kotobukiya or they'll collect Figmas or something like that. I don't. I just like certain games. So I've got like a Figma of Zelda. I've got a bunch of Lego Star Wars stuff.
Bunch of amiibo.
I've got a one of my favorite figures that I have is this samurai inspired Darth Vader.
That's awesome.
There's this line from Japan where they take pop culture things and they turn them into samurai. So they've got like they've got an Iron Man, a Spider Man, and they've got a bunch of Star Wars ones. The Stormtroopers are really dope. Yeah, and then I've got a lot of collector's edition stuff. So
Exactly.
God of War, Witcher. I've got lots of amiibo. So yeah,
And Disney Infinity figurines.
yeah.
You got some of
a
them-
lot of desk toys.
Dota 2. What are they called again? Not cute, but no, that's the Blizzard Ranger. Cute,
It's
but deadly.
it's just the I've got the box. I don't know.
Whatever.
But those.
It's a bunch of everything, basically.
Yeah, I've got two baby Link. What are they called? Nendoroids?
Nendroids.
Yeah, Nendroids.
Those are
really
do you have two Link
expensive.
ones?
Yeah, I have Breath of the Wild and I have
there.
Majora's
I
Mask
don't think
one.
I've seen your Majora's Mask one.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so cute.
I like those a lot, but a lot of because they're meant to be like customized into different poses, and they have so many small little pieces, and I've lost so many things already. Like I lost the hilt to I think Breath of the Wild's sword, so it's like he can never pose with the sword now. So.
Never again. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah. What do you collect? You've got a
but
bunch of
I've
plushies
got-
as
I've
well.
got plushies. Plushies are my babies. They're so cute and cuddly. But I haven't collected any of that for long. Last one I have actually is the Ori one you gave me, which is
Oh, that
like
big
I'll
one.
never get better than that. That's just the best plushie. But I also have.
Wait until they announce
For the
release date
sequel.
this year, and I'll buy you another plushie.
Oh, well, two. I've also got a bunch of amiibo. I've got a lot of Blizzard, cute but deadly.
Yeah, you went through a phase of buying a lot of those.
That is because every time we were overseas, you could only really get them from overseas. So I always just bought like a handful of them.
Don't you have some of those keychains that are plushies as well?
Yeah.
Or you bought those for other people?
No, it's more gifts. I mean, I've got like one or two that I've got on display. So I've got like a Chocobo
Okay.
from Final Fantasy, which is ultimately like a keychain, but it's little teeny tiny plushie.
I thought you had like a Lena.
Yeah, sorry. I know what you're talking about. Those are. I know it's another range of Dota characters. Yeah, they're also like mini plushies.
Yeah, mini plushies. Yeah.
And I've got.
You've got an Overwatch figure,
I've got some Funko Pops from Overwatch. That's literally the only Funko Pops.
but you've got the collector's edition Soldier 76, don't you?
Yes, yeah, that came with Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yes, when I
Overwatch,
reviewed
yeah.
it way back when, yeah.
Yeah, you do have a bit of Funkos. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just the Overwatch
pretty
ones.
cool.
Generally, I'm not a big fan of the Funko Pops, but
I don't know. For me, they've been getting better.
they're getting better. But
Yeah.
what I like about the Overwatch range is that so they've got some really big ones.
Yeah,
It's like I've got a Diva
the
Funko
Diva
Pop,
is pretty big.
which
yeah.
you, not to take away from Funko Pop, it doesn't really look at all like a Funko Pop until you open it. You see the little Diva, but it's like a nice mid-sized little replica of the mech suit, which is awesome.
Some of the newer Star Wars ones are actually really nice. I quite.
I'm
like
glad,
them.
but I'm glad though because there was this time where Funko Pops was sort of just like I think riding on the hey, here's like this generic looking thing, but
they've
with the
blown up
colors
lately,
of
I
like.
think.
But now they've got a range for everything, and generally I find they are well. It depends. The Pokemon still look terrifying. Like
Yeah, the Pokemon look weird.
Soulless and like,
I'm not
no.
I'm not a massive fan of those. But yeah, like you said, there's something for everyone, and I think that's where they're hitting. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen so many Funko. Like I see Funko in shops that shouldn't even
Yeah.
have Funko.
they're
So,
everywhere. It's
yeah.
insane.
pretty cool.
Question 2: what is the oldest console you ever played on? Mine is the Atari 2600. Superman and
Sure.
Tanks are the only games I remember
That's
the most
insane.
on that platform.
That's pretty cool.
Atari 2600.
I never played that. I know for sure. I did own a at the time, thinking it was a legitimate console, but it was a golden china.
I think everyone had.
Yeah, so it looked like a Famicom, which I didn't know at the time. But now that I know what a Famicom looks like, it looked like a Famicom, and I play a lot of games on there, like 2D soccer. I remember playing. Must have been like a Contra on there.
Flea markets back then were so interesting to me because you would find a gaming store in like every so like the the Bremer flea market, there would be gaming stores there, and you'd buy like a 30-in-1 cartridge and have a whole lot of games for, I'm assuming, the Golden China.
Yeah.
Some good
I mean,
times.
my early days of gaming were all like pirate stuff because I never owned a PS1 or a PS2, and all my friends who had them used to just go to the flea market, get them chipped.
You get it chipped, yeah.
And would just like have insane libraries of games because it was all chipped. So yeah, the first console that I properly owned was the first Xbox.
Yeah.
Because my dad used to travel a bunch and he got one from overseas.
I have a very like vague memory of playing Pac-Man like years ago. I was little, so I don't know what console that was on, but it was definitely like an OG, like one of those ancient late 80s or like not PS1, like pre-PS1 console for sure. Or even not PS1, like SNES or NES, I think.
Well, yeah, probably was an NES thing,
yeah,
a Namco thing.
Something.
Did you used to go to internet cafes to play games?
No, I actually never did.
Oh, I used to go so often.
Yeah.
My friend Marco and I used to go very, very often to internet cafes and play Counter-Strike.
Good times.
Or play Quake. I think it was Quake or Doom multiplayer, but definitely a lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah. I never went to an internet cafe, but I mean, I had a lot of that where I went to LANs.
Yeah.
In our last years of high school, we had like old PCs, but they could run like Quake 1 and Quake 2. We played the OG StarCraft. Like we played a lot of that.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
That is insane, yeah.
Yeah, internet cafes were fun. I used to just chill there, and it always used to be a thing. Like we'd play Counter-Strike just like us two on a map, and then there'd be other people being like, "Oh, you want to play?" And then they'd be way too good.
Yeah,
so we'd
like,
just be
no.
like, "Fuck this noise." And it was like my first like introduction to like how do LANs work, because we'd have to call the guy over and be like, "How do we get this working?" And what he would do would look like wizardry to me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's
just like dead easy.
Find game, refreshed.
Yeah, just make sure that you're using like a crossover cable or something like that. That was the biggest mindfuck to me whenever we land. It was like, I've connected these two things.
And it's not working.
It's not working. Oh, it's an Ethernet cable. Or you need a crossover cable. Or you need a router. And it's like all these little things that I learned about internet
I still
protocols.
don't quite understand why a crossover cable is different to like an actual.
Sends some other data or
it's just
whatever.
weird though.
We eventually, my friends and I, we all got a router and that connected all of us. Yeah.
Question 3. Have you dropped or stopped listening to a podcast that you listened for many years due to various reasons other than it got boring? Mine is 8 to 4 play. I just lack the time to listen to it anymore. I listen to 12 podcasts a month. Some are daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. I dropped Serial. I listened to the first season. Did you listen to Serial?
Yeah.
First season was great. Yeah. And then season 2 it started.
Season 2 was not good.
Yeah, I listened to the first episode like just not at all grabbed me. So I just never
Have you not
back.
listened to the third season?
I've never listened to anything
very
more.
good.
Yeah, no, I need to go back.
I dropped Invisibilia.
I'll go back to that.
Yeah, I go back every now and then, but I haven't listened in a long time. I really enjoyed a lot of that. You got me onto that, I think. Invisibilia was pretty cool.
But other than that,
There's some that I listen to sparingly. Like, I used to listen to Kind of Funny's... They call it the Kind of Funny podcast now, but it used to be Game of McGregor's show. Like, I listen to that if the topic seems pretty funny or something. I don't listen to it every week now.
Week, yeah.
And that's the same with Kotaku Split Screen. I think it's a phenomenal podcast with Jason Schreier, Kirk Hamilton, and Maddie Myers. But it's just like I have a set list that gets me through the week, and unless I've like driven more that week, then I don't listen to that.
No, I'm the same. So if I've run out of podcasts to listen to, my weekly podcast to listen to, I'll listen to music, or if I'll have seasonal stuff.
Like
so
backlogged stuff,
yeah, like I've told you about Crime Town, which I listen to, but it's not like
I still need to listen to that.
Yeah, but it's not like I've dropped that podcast. Like I just finished. But I mean, one example I guess is on Kind of Funny. Nick and Andy started their own show called KFAF. And I was like, cool, let me listen to it, and I did, and it's cool, but it's definitely more of a visual show because they do like visual skits and stuff, so you can't really listen to it as a podcast. You can, but it's better as a visual episode. So yeah, I've still got my core like 3 or 4 I listen to, but I haven't dropped anything due to like
I mean, I dropped seasonal stuff because it
it depends.
I listened to a podcast called Slow Burn, which is phenomenal.
And it was a slow burn.
Well, yeah, it's like it's one season per year, so it's
jeez,
yeah, it's really good. The first season was about like it's like a 10 episode look at like how Nixon's presidency got fucked, and the second one was like Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
super well
I love
researched
stuff like
podcast.
that.
Yeah,
So interesting.
So I really enjoyed that, but like that's seasonal. So.
But that's it. And then final question: are there any game genres that you simply stopped playing due to lifelong fatigue or didn't like the direction it was going?
Genres?
For me, it was real-time strategies. Just wasn't the same after Command and Conquer Red Alert and point-and-click adventures. Pour a glass of scotch for old LucasArts.
Like, you should play the Telltale stuff was good.
Yeah, no, Telltale stuff was great.
Yeah, I think they got spread a bit thin, but in general, most of their stuff is pretty good.
It's easy for me. It's MOBAs.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I mean, I played everything. Played Dota, played League of Legends, played Heroes of the Storm. I mean, like those core three. And I mean, Dota took the most time for sure, but there was a good time for all of them where I was hooked. Like League of Legends, I hated the thing of like League of Legends isn't Dota, so I'm going to hate on it for the sake of hating on it. So it was like, well, let's see what League of Legends is like. Really good. League of Legends is
That's
great.
the MOBA I used to
surprise,
play,
surprise. And then Heroes of the Storm was funny because I played it, and at the time, hardcore MOBA, like, it's like casual, too easy. Let me tell you, I went back like a year later and I got hooked on Heroes of the Storm as well for a long time. And
Yeah, I remember you
I
playing that.
just
quite
got
a
over
bit,
it now. Yeah, I look at them and I'm like, I'm not really keen on them.
Me, definitely MOBAs as well, but I was never into them in the way you were into them. The thing that I used to be really into was competitive shooters. So I used to buy every Call of Duty on the day. I remember getting super invested into Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Like, I played that a lot. And I just don't. I think it's a combination of like time investment. Now that I'm being forced to play a lot of different games for review, I just don't have the time to invest into a competitive shooter, but also that I just got bored. I'm more into my story focused games now because
I think a part of that is time based as well. So if you want to play Overwatch, for example, it's sort of thing you have to play over and over again to just keep your skill level up, whatever. Because I mean, I suppose the same as for me where so I dropped MOBAs and I used to play before Dota. I played Counter-Strike Source competitively like for many years as well. And then after Dota, like moved on to Overwatch, played that a bunch. But I look at it now and it's like maybe if I had more time, I'd be okay with putting my time into that, but it's more like my time for gaming is limited. I'd rather put that into a game I can finish.
It's just the same with me now.
I mean, and that's what steers me right off games like the Division 2, for example, because I'm like, maybe I enjoy the game. Even Destiny, I'm like, Destiny is the sort of game like it's Borderlands, it's a modern day Borderlands with, obviously different setting, but it's a looter shooter sort of thing. And I'm like,
but it is an investment.
But it's an investment. You have to grind. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to put my time towards that. So.
But I think that's the trouble I'm having with Division now is just like the game's good. It's not good enough for me to pass it up over like a new single player game. And like it's just like there's no way to sustain keeping up with Division and Destiny and like a Warframe and so like I fucking love Destiny. I people have the issues with Destiny too, and I have them as well, but I really got invested into that game, and as soon as because they keep dropping new content, but it's not the content that's going to get me back. But as soon as they drop something substantial, I'll be there. 100% I'll be there.
God damn.
So what a game.
That's it. And that's all the questions. Thank you, Migs. Bringing us our weekly dose of questions.
If you want to send us questions, don't have to be gaming related, can be anything related. Can ask about Matty's
this
hair.
podcast is like semi-gaming related. We spoke about
at this point
movies and other stuff.
This week, next week will be a lot better because I can at least talk about one of the games I've been playing. And as we get closer to the end of the month, there's some big games.
I can talk about stuff as well. I'm going to steal your copies of everything.
Yes, So, thank you for listening to episode 49 Checkpoint Chat. It's 50 next week.
It's birthday episode next week. Not and really. It's actually not birthday episode, but 50 is a milestone. So
but it's a public holiday. I've done more podcasts than parkruns.
Finally, the time has come. Wait.
Did I get a shirt?
No, wait. I don't even know how many parkruns you've done.
I've done
probably
like past 30. I should have hit 50.
You passed that mark a long
I keep
time ago.
forgetting the barcode. So my registered is like 40 something.
I know.
I saw someone the other day did their 250th at Motor 15.
Yeah, I think we're coming at a point where a lot of people who've just started parkrun have been running every week are hitting that 250 mark because they had like 7 people.
250 is like 5 years. That's a lot.
It's like, it's a lot of parkruns.
That's a lot because 52 weeks in a year. So
it's like
5
just
years.
short on 5 years.
Jeez, that's a lot of parkruns.
Yeah, that's dedication.
You should go parkrun if you're listening to this podcast and listen to the podcast while parkrunning.
I did Delta Park yesterday, and let me tell you, I'd listen to podcasts while I ran.
A plus.
Wait, I lie. I listened to the Celeste soundtrack.
How dare you?
And then from my run home from the park run, I put on a podcast to chill out. Some good stuff.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Felicia.